Hoho, und willkommen zurück zu Vampyr. Wir suchen immer noch nach Hinweisen und ich glaube, wir haben einen gefunden. Okay, hier ist jede Menge Blut und hier sind Ratten.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Können wir hier irgendwie... Joe Peterson. Okay. Aber ich komme hier nicht weiter. Ich komme da nicht rein. Schade. Ja.
It's locked.
Toll. Da liegt noch was. Blutprobe, okay. Hier ist sonst auch nichts weiter. Was? Da ist so eine unbekannte Frau, okay. Da ist Barrett.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm a Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Hallo Harry. Ich raub dich erstmal aus, wenn es okay ist. Bevor ich mit dir rede.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Okay.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Nicht wirklich.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Naja.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died.
Mhm.
Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Na, das glaube ich nicht. Die hätten trotzdem Angst vor deinem Vater.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Tja, das solltest du wohl.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Glue.
It's locked, all right.
Ein Brief. Ich weiß nicht, welcher es ist, verdammt. Na gut. Ach, jetzt geht's. Wenn Sie vermuten, dass jemand ein Vampir ist, versuchen Sie nicht, ihn zu töten. Sie haben keine Chance. Okay, eine Anleitung gegen Vampire. Okay. Da kommen wir nicht weiter. Da liegt Geld. Müsste es hier nicht wieder runter... Ah. Na gut, junger Mann.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Nicht, dass ich hier irgendwas übersehe. Na gut.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
You again? What do you want this time?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Tja. Ein guter Vater scheint er zu sein. Wir kommen der Sache doch so langsam ein bisschen näher.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
Das haben wir ihn doch schon gefragt, oder? Ja.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
Okay. Ja,
Goodbye for
aber
now, Mr. Lewis.
Handeln bringt jetzt nichts. Wir wissen ja gar nicht, was wir bräuchten. Wir haben...
Late. Where's my money? You again? What do you want this time?
Was warte er da an der Tür? Schade.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Und an wessen Tür hat er da geklopft?
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no
Wer
match
bist
for
du
the
denn?
Swanborough
Good
cordial.
evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reid.
Schade.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Ich brauche immer noch Hinweise. Verdammt.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
When science fails you,
Boys join
this
the army.
elixir will
Scum
give you
turn
faith
criminals.
again.
It's a shame.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Hast du wieder eine gute Laune.
Goodbye,
Aber auch
young
den kann ich noch nichts fragen. Das mit den Hinweisen ist echt nicht so einfach. töten.
This is despicable.
Das ist so. Das ist echt eine ganz schöne Sucherei hier. Das ist nur wieder Benjamin. Das ist nur sie. Benjamin. Hier irgendwo hoch? Nee. Wer ist das? Aha. Ja, ist okay. Okay, hier war ich noch nicht. Waren das die beiden? Gut. Gucken wir uns hier doch nochmal in Ruhe um. Noch zwei. Okay. Das ging doch schon relativ schnell. Es sieht aus, als wäre ich hier schon mal gewesen in dem Lager. Aber ich glaube, es war was anderes. Oh nein. Wünscht mir Glück. Ah, das war kein Glück. Das wird trotzdem eng. Vor allem, wenn ich da nicht wegkomme. Er bewegt sich nicht. Wir versuchen es nochmal. Leiden ist Bestandteil der Unsterblichkeit. Ja, das glaube ich auch. Vor allem, wenn man immer wieder stirbt, obwohl man unsterblich ist. Wo bin ich denn jetzt? Ah gut, ich bin wieder hier. Dieses Schmatzgeräusch. Okay. Plündern, plündern. Hallo, ihr zwei. Nein, du solltest schon auf ihn zielen. So. Was? Nein! Och komm. Stirb. Ja, das lief ja super. Wir regenerieren uns noch ein abgenutztes Beil. Ich glaube, es wird Zeit, da mal was anderes reinzunehmen. Das sind alles Zweihänder. Nehmen wir doch mal das Beil da rein. Und den da rein. Schuss. Ja, gut. Ich warte noch ein klein bisschen, bis ich mich weiter regeneriert habe. Ist hier noch irgendwo was? Eine große Bestie. Ja, super. Da ist das Serum, Blutserum und Lebenspunkt. Ich muss noch mal ganz kurz oben und unten. Okay. Also. Nein, da nicht. Nein! Ja. Nein, du sollst schon auf sie zielen. Toll. Ja. Das mit den ganzen Balken und dem rumstehenden Zeug ist alles ein bisschen schwierig hier. Denn dadurch weicht er nicht so aus, wie er sollte. Nicht zu vergessen, dass die Spielmechanik da manchmal ein bisschen langsam ist. Aber ich glaube, zumindest habe ich die richtige Richtung angepeilt. Dann töten wir die jetzt nochmal. Und so, und dich auch. Wieso geht das mit dem Aussaugen jetzt schon wieder nicht mehr? Na toll. Ich bin gleich wieder tot. Ich hätte die Waffe nicht auswechseln sollen. Ich habe echt das Gefühl, ich verschwende nur meine Munition. So. Jetzt ging's wieder. Ah! Ich weiß nur immer noch nicht, wie ich das abwehren soll. Das war zu schnell. Ich hätte ihn gern noch mal ausgesaugt. Okay. Noch mal einen kleinen Moment warten. Ich bin doch ausgewichen. Also manchmal. So, tschüss. Okay. Ich sollte das öfter machen. Aber ich habe nicht so viele dabei. Also. Das sah schon mal besser aus. Das nicht. Steh auf. Ah, nochmal, los! Geht doch! Das ist so unmöglich. Manchmal geht's gar nicht und dann so nach dem Motto, wenn du den ersten Angriff vergeigt hast, kannst du es nicht mehr schaffen. So, hier muss doch irgendetwas sein. Ach Gott, da ist noch eine. Ich muss doch irgendeinen Hinweis hier finden können. Das gibt's doch nicht. Ausrotter von Prison. Okay. Ja, müssen wir uns wohl die erstmal vornehmen. Mhm. Nicht, wenn ich es zuerst tue. Okay. Die 3 hätten wir. Aber wir haben uns eigentlich schon viel zu weit entfernt für Hinweise. Wer bist du denn?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Ach, weil ich mich traue, selbst zu denken? Pfarrer?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Kann ich den aussaugen? Mesmerisieren. War das? Naja, die Qualität des Blutes ist nicht so schlecht. Wie mache ich das mit dem? Tja. Ach ja, Dorothy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fibre.
Aha.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Wenn ich es zustande bekomme, sauge ich ihn aus.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Wie kann ich ihn aussaugen? Bitte.
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins.
Ich werde es herausfinden und dann ist er fällig. Aber das erst in der nächsten Folge. Bis dahin, ciao!